Our guest today needs no introduction. All the way from French Canada, please welcome Moose! Moose, everyone knows you as the business icon that you are today. But tell us, how did it all start?
Well, it started when I was a young baby moose.
But really, the person who can probably give you the best sense of my upbringing is my childhood friend and killer historian, Eric.
Yeah. I know the Moose. This guy grew up in Moose Jaw. This guy's old. He was born in 1808. That was several years before the First World War. 1908. 100 years plus the first one I said. So, take all that. Moose is also really into curling. Weird, right? How are you going to sweep stuff with like 4 moves? I'm not even do that. I have opposable thumbs. Moose doesn't. So he takes his talents to LA. He's like, I'm gonna be an actor. So this guy's like, I'm the Jackie Robinson of acting for mooses. I'm gonna do this. So he goes to Hollywood, scrounges his way to the top. Before you know it, he's got major acting parts. He's in Gladiator. I don't know if you saw the original Gladiator, but he was, before Russell Crowe was Gladiator, he was Gladiator. I think he came out in '98. Anyway, what was his name? Maximus. Yeah, it was like they totally copied it for the Russell Crowe thing. Russell Crowe's a jerk. So he did other things. He was typecast in Rocky and Bullwinkle. That was kind of a load for him, emotionally, professionally. And then he's like, what else is there to me? I've got this dope frame. I'm rich. How else can I apply that? So he basically sold his body to Abercrombie and Fitch. He was like, I gotta be clean. Moose is gotta get off this mat. So Moose goes to rehab. And it's a funny time to be in rehab because you won't believe the people that Moose meets in rehab. Moose meets, it's not Tom Ford, that's the fashion guy, but the other guy that was a kind of chubby Toronto mayor, he meets him. Maybe he's a cousin. And he also meets Justin Bieber, who's kind of fresh off that Lamborghini drag racing, I'm smoking weed in my private jet thing. And they all kind of come together like, you have all this talent. Bieber's like, I'm the voice of a generation. And Rob's like, I'm kind of spherical, but I have a lot of great ideas about local government. And Moose is like, I think I need to be around exciting, smart people that they can help me understand what I'm passionate about. What's that place? And then Beef is like, yo bro, that's Kellogg.
Remarkable tale, Moose.
You were accepted to the prestigious Kellogg School of Management. What happened?
After a cold request. I tried to follow the rules, but for some reasons, everyone knew where I was from. A party filled with a species known as Podius animalis. They were sending us to a remote poultry farm. It was my first plane ride, and I didn't find it amusing when they put me in the baggage compartment. After a long flight, we grabbed a local delicacy, the turkey kebab. Disgusting. I had to get it out of me. After a long search, I finally find my knife in Chinese karma. And I needed redemption. Again. So given my background in performing arts, I decided to show my questies besties how to drop it like it's hot. I had become an icon, and if I learned one thing, it's that I love these people, but damn do I hate turkey. Wait, that's two things. Cut.
Wow, Moose. It sounds like you're well on your journey to self-actualization.
What happened when you got back on campus for CIM, Mr. Moose?
It was actually an awesome week, until I ran into turkey at the CIM Olympics.
That's tough, Moose. How did things go with Turkey after that?
Oh, great! Well, at least for me, I hooked him up with a spot in a commercial last November.
There's only one way to know if your whole chicken or turkey is done. A lighter white meat cooks quicker than a denser dark meat, so it's best to take poultry's temperature in the thickest part of the thigh. Insert the probe into the thigh, making sure it doesn't touch the bone. The USDA suggests that the internal temperature for roasted poultry hit about 165 degrees.
Wow, Moose, that's dark.
So, Moose, after Kellogg, you became a very successful high-frequency maple syrup trader.
Yes, you made quite a bit of money and you donated so much back to Kellogg.
Indeed, I actually tried to remain anonymous Moose, but they ended up naming the section after me.
Let's look at the legacy you left at Kellogg. Welcome to Between Two Antlers. I'm here with esteemed Professor Nordgren, a professor at the Kellogg School of Management. Professor Nordgren, why do you nominate Moose to be on Between Two Antlers?
That's a great question. When you have the privilege of working at a school like Kellogg, you get to meet a lot of extraordinary students. But every once in a while, a student comes around that really changes the way you think. What a lot of people don't know is before I met Moose, I was an accounting professor.
In closing, I'd like to ask, who are some of your inspirations?
It's a great question. Ernest Shackleton comes to mind. If you take my class, you know that I hold him in high esteem. The founder, in many ways, of Kellogg, Don Jacobs, comes to mind. And then, of course, Moose. and I listed those in reverse order.